Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. Let's get right to it. Cancer rising. So y'all know I've been doing a lot at this channel. I have recently come into my light language, which is the previous videos here. There will be some today. Also, I may even do it live. But, and I've done them live before. My point to you is, this is really going to be like a Cancer rising focus channel. I think I may add in other stuff over time. But right now, I want to focus on us, right? And the reason being that as Cancer risings, we're so emotional. We are very emotional, and it don't matter what our sun sign is. It really doesn't. But if you are trying to figure out how to get the best out of your life, especially when it comes to finances, especially when it comes to general change and actual achievements and goals, this is a channel for you if you're a Cancer rising. Okay, straight up. One of the main reasons that I would say that is because I'm a Scorpio moon. And Scorpios, period, big Scorpio placements are about transformation. You are a person that's about transformation. But dig this. Cancer rising, which means I'm ruled by what? The moon. My moon is Scorpio. So my life is all about transformation. Transmutation is really actually the key to transformation. Okay? We're going to talk about that. But really, when it comes to being a Cancer rising, I could talk to you on all levels wherever your moon is sitting. Okay? If you are a person who is, say, take for instance a Cancer rising with a Taurus moon, you need things to be pretty. If they are not pretty, you kind of lose your light in the world. You're a very social person because Cancer rising puts your Taurus in your 11th house. So you're going to have like a lot of friends, but it's going to be based on your emotions. You may want to talk to someone you happy, and you may want to talk to different ones when you sad. And you may want to not talk to anybody when you're dealing with something that's very heavy and major to you, right? That's as a Taurus moon. Let's go to an Aries moon. An Aries moon is a person that's very, I'm an Aries sun, so I can really speak on this, extremely impetuous, right? But we're also extremely loyal people. So we are loyal, think of it, an Aries moon with that impetuousness. When you have an Aries moon, you are a person that your emotions are flowing through you. But a lot of them that you feel big time, that are extremely important, are the ones that make you want to go tick, tick, bomb. Okay, not just boom, tick, tick, there's a bomb here, and I have just gone off. That is what that is. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you hang there, because one of the biggest faux pas that people do with Aries is make us seem like we are just kids waiting to go off. Like if you've seen, Aaron, what's the name of that movie with the colorful characters? The one with the red head. And he goes off, he's like, "Rah!" And it's the little mopey girl that's blue with the glasses. Inside Out. If you've seen them, thank you, seen the movie Inside Out, there's a character in there with red, who's red. Obviously our color as Aries. And he just goes off. We're not like that. We do go off, but somewhere along the line as Aries, we learned that our going off is detrimental to everyone around us. So it's not something we easily do. That's why when people are like, oh, you know, he's an Aries. No. What has happened is when they do finally, an Aries finally snaps, they snap because, and we're putting that now the moon in here. We may drop this moon. As the moon is here, you're a Cancer rising. And remember, the moon runs your life. So let's put the moon in there. And Aries has been watching you, possibly telling you, trying to adjust themselves, everything And then it's just clear to them you're not going to get it. And not only are you not going to get it, you probably have been a little frontal in their face with it, and they finally go off to just release. Because they've been mad for a minute. That is not an impetuous person. That is a measured person, but the explosion is detrimental to everyone. And that's what people don't like to deal in with Aries. Okay? Period. Martian-led people, though. And I'm very Martian, okay? I'm an Aries sun and a Scorpio moon, so I got Mars. Okay? Mars is rocking with me. But as you get older, like, this stuff is not, you get more like, I don't got time to be flipping out like this. This can have an effect on me, right? It kind of internally becomes an issue because you can have strokes, you can have heart attacks, you can stop breathing because you're just so angry. And you have to learn how to kind of find a way to diffuse yourself and not let everything get you that angry. And so when you have your moon in Aries and you are a Cancer rising, your emotions are rocking with you. And you are going to pretty much call people out on their stuff. I would say a little quicker than an Aries sun because the moon is moving, but you don't hold on to it. You, more than most Aries, really don't hold on to it. Like, you've had the conversation and you done. Like, what we doing for dinner? Like, we had the conversation at 4:30. What we doing for dinner at 7? Like, that is an Aries moon. Period. And I say that because I've seen this energy. Aries suns, I say that we are the ones that are slower to anger. I think Aries moon will get there faster, but the point is that the moon moves so fast. If they haven't gotten to you within a couple of days, life has taken over, and they're not going to get to you unless you remind them of the nonsense right in front of you. Now, this plays itself out real well in a parent-child relationship. A mom could be like, I'm going to get you later, right? And then get so busy about her life. Like, the kid is like, oh yeah, she's got meetings, she's got this, and I'm just going to make sure this house is completely perfect and I do nothing bad and I stay out of the way. And bad could be, eating their favorite snack and they wanted it at night. You have ticked them off. But if the snack is there every single time they come in and they've been busy and the house is clear, most of the time Aries are people that is just like, live and let live. We really like, I'm not going to go wake this kid out of bed because I ain't that daggone vindictive. I'm not that daggone vindictive. I'm going to, my snack is here. I can watch my show. They quiet. I know they didn't have some dinner because I told them to warm it up. I see that the food is done and I see that the kitchen is clean. I'm good. I'm going to leave them alone. And I'm going to sit here and pull up my computer, check if you are a teacher, check some classes, check in to see what people are sending in. If you are a student, check to make sure that you're... Do you understand? Aries can be very busy people. And because we're so busy and we're not vindictive, we are angry pretty much in the moment. And it's very rare we're going to hold it past that moment. The moment varies according to the person. Some people, the moment is like a couple of days. Some people, the moment is like a couple of hours. And in most Aries, I would say it's a couple of hours because that fire is just burning that energy off. Okay? And then with that Aries moon, you got that water energy in there, right? And so then it becomes steam. It's going even faster. So the kid kind of knows, like, okay, she gonna leave me alone. And I have learned my lesson, right? You know what I mean? And her snacks are in there. I ain't messing with her at all, right? And that's just how that goes, okay? Let's move backwards to if you have a Pisces moon. Now, if you got a Pisces moon and you are an Aries, a Cancer rising, you are a powerhouse. Is really, I think that having Cancer rising with these water moons, so if you got a Cancer moon, a Pisces moon, or a Scorpio moon, ding, 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 it makes your life, you're so deep. You're so deep, right? And with that Cancer moon or that Cancer rising and that Pisces moon, you can think in the depths. May have a little drink with you when you're doing it, but you can think in the depths. Like you're a person that's just like, nothing you do has gotten past me. That's how you are. Nothing people do gets past you. You are not bothered that much to come up out of your little area to go and address them on it. But you will arrange things in the future so that you don't got to deal with certain people, with certain type of energies, with people that are just going to be ticking you off or being disrespectful to your energy. That's just not who you are. Now, let's say you are, we're going to talk about this from a money standpoint too, as a Cancer rising, because there are different things you're going to put in place as a Cancer rising that you just not going to put in place as you roll through the whole, it doesn't matter, nothing else really matters, okay? You might want to know where your moon is, and you're going to want to know where your Jupiter is in your part of fortune. Those are your things when it comes to money, and also good luck, and also just good times, right? There's some other good flourishes all throughout the entire zodiac sign. There are some other things that are going to help you understand even more about yourself, which we will get into more in depth over time. But I'm just here to tell you that as a Cancer rising who's trying to understand, hey, cats, cut it out. Trying to understand who you are and how you do things, I'm here to tell you it is very all over the place like a genius ball, and you need to trust that energy about yourself. If you have a very type A personality around you who has everything done from soup to nuts, like this person's probably ran by Saturn, you don't have nothing in common with them. Please stop judging yourself according to what other people do. Let me say that one more time. Please stop judging yourself according to what other people do and how they live their lives. Cancer risings, for the most part, we don't stumble, I think, heavily into ourselves until we have gone through decades of really understanding we're extremely emotional beings. And also, which means that in those emotions, depending upon where the moon is, you can be inspired in different ways, and it can move day to day. It can move every 2 to 3 days. That's about when the moon is moving, okay? So, getting money out of that. How do you get money out of that? Well, first off, one of the things with Cancer risings that I have noticed personally is that we tend to land on our feet, so we also tend to draw a lot of haters. You just do. So you need to look and see where Pluto is in your chart. Scorpio is, if you have any Scorpio placements, because it should be in the 5th house as a Cancer rising. And if you have any 8th house placements, okay? They're extremely important. You're dealing with a lot of the mechanics of being able to change energy around you, because people are always throwing energy at you. So instead of throwing back, you have to really begin to understand. The key word here will be what? Transmutation. Yay! Transmutation. You gotta learn it. You have to. If you have heavy Scorpio placements. If you do. Or Plutonian placement, that's in a major place for you. Or 8th house placements. Okay? If you are a person that, say, take for instance, has your moon in Gemini, I'm going to go through everything because I know that there's something that drives me crazy about videos. Gemini is in your 12th house. You are a researcher, and you do this research and you don't tell nobody you looking up nothing. Because it's in the 12th house. You're quiet. And the research is major. Like you could, I don't know what you're researching, but you're researching it. It could be baking bread. Seriously. But you know all the stuff that's needed to bake bread. And you could be a person baking bread on the weekends and don't nobody really know you're doing it. You might even set up a little thing where you selling bread, but nobody that really is important to you knows that you are doing it. Okay? You are a big time researcher though. You're a big thinker in that 12th house with your moon is in Gemini. And your mind is not stopping thinking. Remember that Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So you like this. And all the time. You always on it. But not everybody knows it. And that can be covered by, like, take for instance, if you are a fire sign and you have a lot of water placements, I happen to be this person. Not many people catch that I'm a fire sign until I'm angry. Other than that, I don't know what they think. I don't know if they think I'm just like this moving haze coming at them. I don't know. But let's move on to, I've done now Gemini, Taurus, Aries, Pisces. I'm going to drop into Pisces a little bit more here. And I'm actually going to go through those four again, and we're going to talk about finances. So Gemini, you can take your research, Gemini, if you have your moon in Gemini, you can take that research and turn it into money. You really can. Don't ask me how. I'm going to tell you that one of the things that I'm learning here as a human is that we're very dark entities when we hit this planet. And the point is to peel back so many layers so that we can be the light that we are. Don't go to dark places in this. This is really actually quite simple because keep in mind, again, Mother Moon is running your life. And so it's about family. It's about taking care of kids. It's about creating home. It's about happiness. And so you'll tend to find that if you're doing a lot of research, it's for the betterment of something in your life. And generally it is your family. It is your home. It is how you're living, how you enjoy your family when you see them, stuff like that. Okay. So whatever you are heavily researching in Gemini, you can bring forward into money-making processes. But it may take some time for that because, again, that's that 12th house. And you may not be aware that you're doing as much research on this thing that you're doing it on. But you rejoice in it for the most part because Gemini is a very effervescent type of sign. It's a sign that gets on a lot of people's nerves. But it's also a sign that's extremely effervescent. And one hand doesn't always know what the other hand is doing. So one of the twins could be over here doing da-da-da-da-da-da, and the other one's over here dum, 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 dum. Like they don't have no idea. They can be like that. And so it's important to understand that you may not be aware of what you're doing. Look, you've been doing this for some time, okay? And it's something that you may want to start to give to the public, and we'd have to see what's sitting in that sign and triangulating through. Like, you have to get your whole chart looked at. Now, Taurus moon. Socially, you're going to do something. You're going to do something of a social aspect that's going to bring you some money. Right now, it's 2025. It should be social media oriented. Period. If you have a Taurus moon and you're a Cancer rising, baby, when the moon is in Taurus, you should be doing something on social media to bring you some money. When the moon is full, if you get a full moon in Taurus or a full moon in Scorpio, it's sister sign. Or a new moon in Taurus, or a new moon in Scorpio is sister sign, or any other earth signs, baby, you should be doing something on social media and just telling people, yo, I sell this. Doesn't have to be a deep thing. It will slowly take off and start to move fast, okay? Because if you do what you do as a Taurus moon, you make everything pretty. So I can only imagine what your entire setup and background is going to be for when you do these videos. People are going to come to you because it's going to be like a moth to a flame. It's going to be like, oh, it's so pretty. I want to look, right? There are quite a few Taurus people who I know are social media people who make money a lot off literally their background, because people want to be in that background. They want to be next to them at Christmas time, next to that tree. I'm thinking of one particular person right now. They want to be in her kitchen when she's cooking. They want to be on their backyard when she's grilling. They want to be wherever she goes on vacation, and she vacations with the best of them, because like I said, things took off for her and she does very well with this. Being able to put together pretty things and people want to partake of them. Okay? So Moon in Taurus, it should not be a problem. Start off small, but start. Moon in Aries, you should be inspiring people. According to, like, when something hits your head, tape. Right? And see if you can get around some red colored things. It'd be nice if it's a crackling fire outside. You know how you have the fire outside that people like to sit around and everything, and it's got the metal casing on it. I can't think of it right now, but you can set up your camera and get to working, honey. Okay, get to talking. You are a person that people want to hear your ideas, and they want to possibly go where you're going, because Aries are very determined people. Moon and Pisces people, bringing some money in. You are a deep thinker. And I really think, especially Moon and Pisces in that 9th house, you just want to talk about if you are a traveler, oh honey, you are to let the video find you when you on vacation. Let the video find you when you're going to the supermarket. Let the video find you if you're going to a museum in your neighborhood. Let the video find you if you're going to a botanical gardens in your neighborhood. Traveling, moving around, and showing people what you're experiencing as a Moon in Pisces. Baby, in that 9th house, please, get your behind, get thee to a museum. I'm telling you, get thee to a museum and talk about the exhibits that you're getting ready to go see and why that's important, if that is important to you. If you want to talk about other things, there's a lot there within that 9th house, but Pisces sitting there, it's got just a certain amount of haze and zhuzh associated with it, and otherworldly things that allow you to be able to share with the world what you're seeing. Otherworldly, if a person's living in Philadelphia like myself and you're in Istanbul, Turkey, please point the camera at yourself and walk around. Okay, if you are in the voodoo market in Benin, please, again, point the camera to yourself and walk around, right? Show people that side of yourself if your moon is in Pisces and you are a Cancer rising. Let's move forward. If your moon is in Aquarius and you are a Cancer rising, you need to get on here and just talk about changing the world, or you need to share things that help people to change their life in a way that is completely off the beaten path. And you already know these things, right? So like for me, I have a lot of 8th house placements, big ones. And I'm sitting up here drinking green juice with a lemon in it. Not many people gonna drink that. Not many people gonna think, what? But I will share it with you all now. This is water with lemon, a squeezed fresh lemon with the seeds, and chlorophyll in it. It's gonna helps with getting things flowing through your body, detoxing, and also freshening the body. Okay, if you are a person who does natural deodorant and you feel like it don't kick in the summertime, you should be backing it up with this. A cup of this a day, baby. Chlorofresh is what you buy, or you can buy chlorophyll. They both do about the same thing. Chlorofresh, I think, is a little bit better when it comes to freshening, because it's got the peppermint. It's got certain things in here. Okay, so again, that's that 8th house. That's that strange, that's that weird over here, though. Okay. Mainstream people gonna want to come over your house and drink Mountain Dew, not chlorophyll. That's about as green as it get with them. Okay? Mainstream people might take a matcha. I consider it to be dirt. But my granddaughter doesn't. What'd you say? It's not dirt. This is what she says. And she's my resident Cancer rising. But she will, you know, she loves her matcha, honey. Me, I think it's dirt. But whatever. I get it, right? My point to you is that the 8th house is where you go to give things to people that are different. That's going to help them. And quite frankly, in Aquarius, they don't even always know you're giving it to them. Okay? But you can offer it. All right? If you have your moon and Capricorn in the 7th house, your process is to offer practical help to people. 1 second.